Hey folks, welcome to Green Hat Gardening. And today we are going to be transferring some of the okra from these main beds, thinning them out. They're good and thick here. Got all this real estate from where I harvested the onions, and I want to plant this all in okra. Nothing fancy or special about any of this, really. We just got to thin out some of these plants. And we'll get in here and thin some of these out. Some of these kind of perfectly placed where I want them. Others, put as much soil with that as I can. Because it is hot out here. I don't want a lot of transplant shock if I can help it. So a lot of these are going to have to be thinned out anyway. I'm going to get unbearably thick. That one's great. It has a great root system on it. And I'll hit these in water. That'll hopefully perk them back up a bit. That's my hope anyway. It's kind of getting late in the season to damage them too bad. These three. Kind of keep them planted at the same type pattern. This one I'm going to want in the center here. Not planting them as thick as I could, but that's okay. It made it extremely difficult last year to harvest when I had them so thick. So I don't necessarily want them so thick this time. So that's 9 when I could have put 18. Okay, so I dug up some more and we are going to get in here and plant a few more out of this. I think I may not do nine, but I can bump this up to 12 and it'll still be very loose and not a problem. So let's bump this up to 12 now. Then we're going to have had to hit this with some super water. Transferring them this time of day is kind of risky, but you have to work with what you got, and this is what I have. Seem all right down here. Skinny things. Alright, let's get these laid out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go dig up 4 more here. Don't worry, where there's a bunch of them in a clump. Put them on the back side. It is hot, people. Hot. These little seedlings definitely need some water. It'd be great if I had a way to provide some shade. Okra tends to like the heat, but transplanting them like this is always a risk. But I'll have more seedlings to work with if something were to go weird with it. And we lose some. Alright, that's a pretty good looking okra bed, pretty even. Now by comparison, you can see how rambunctious these two are. So I gotta get these squared up a bit too. The first order of business here is I put these forks in where I wanted the okra to go. So what I've got to do is move and rearrange a little bit, and we're going to recenter plants near these forks. That was fine. That was fine. Red wasps are aggressive today. They don't usually bother, but there's something about today. They're aggressive. I don't care for that much. once I see that these have taken off really well, I will thin out the rest of them. Here's the case where this has got to move up here. You want it close to that wood. Build up some water around it. Morning glory coming up in here. And moved up to this bed and do the same thing here. These are not growing near as fast or near as well, and part of the problem is there's so many of them, so you've got to thin the herd a little bit. So you have one, make sure one's a little more dominant. That's one part of my problem here. This guy back here. Want to leave enough so that you have extras to replace if need be, but not so much that it's crowding out everything. Some of these are going to have to be dug and moved. Lost was all about this bed for some reason today. Gotta kind of thin down so you can see things, right? What I'm doing here is thinning. like me to want to mess with this too much longer. Just thinning out the ones that need thinned in here. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Alright, so there we go. We have got the okra thinned in this bed, a little more organized. Thinned in that bed, just not perfect yet. And then planted as they should be over there. Put enough others in here to replace, if need be, those. So that's great. And it's too hot out here for me now. So until next time, keep digging and keep growing.